Welcome back to another BJKU AI Certified Strategist Q&A session. Today, we're going to answer the simple question of what the heck do I sell? Where should I start? And I think a lot of people, when they're brand new to this stuff, they get a little overwhelmed. There's so many tools and ideas, and there's a YouTube rabbit hole to go down. Hopefully you're not diving down that YouTube rabbit hole right now, but you're coming for a very specific answer to this question of just, where the heck do I start? So here's one thing that I tell a lot of my students at the beginning is just, you gotta pick some stuff, learn how to use them, and use them as your foot in the door. So if you're ever wondering, just like, what the heck should I be doing to make money? I think these 4 opportunities right here on the screen right now are a really good example of where to start. First and foremost, you have chatbots. Now, there's a lot of people who don't need chatbots. If you've been to any of our webinars, you can feel free to join us for the next one. We do it live every single week where I teach this entire business model. I teach you what to do, what to sell, all that good stuff. But chatbots, the thing is, we're not product pushers, we're problem solvers. Chatbots solve a very specific problem for a business or a social media empire, whatever it is. And it really just is too many messages. Too many text messages, too many WhatsApp messages, too many Instagram messages. If you're on this channel, you might have known Bashar. Bashar has 2.2 million followers on Instagram. He gets like 800 messages a day. And he has a chat bot that does the intake for most of those messages. And it kind of routes people the right way, answers some of the more basic questions, points people to the right product or the right service or the lead magnet or the free thing that people want. And it really just allows him to communicate with all these people, because even if he wanted to respond to all 800 of these messages, there's no way he could physically keep up every single day. So a chatbot is very valuable for anybody who's getting too many messages. But a chatbot, even for someone who's it's not very good for, it's still an impressive thing to show to a business owner. Like, listen, if someone comes to your website, if someone text messages you, someone emails you, someone messages you on social media, you can instantly respond, collect information, and direct them to the next step in the process. Like, hey, Mr. Plumber, my sink is overflowing. What do I do? And it has a link for them to book an appointment. That should be automated. They shouldn't have to wait 12 hours or 24 hours or a week to get a response. So a chatbot can be very valuable. And if you're just getting started in this world, it's really easy to set up your own chatbots with ManyChat or Chatbase. And it's either free or extremely inexpensive for you to build out a demo so you can show people. And then you can install it for a few $100, a few $1,000, or a couple $100 a month. Number 2, voice bots. Now, once again, we're not just shoving voice bots down people's throats. We want to make sure we understand that voice bots solve the problem of either too many phone calls or too many missed phone calls. So if you can imagine, that costs a lot of money to a local business, to an online business, doesn't matter what it is. But anybody who calls a company and they don't answer, they're just probably going to call the next company. So that's lost revenue. If you Google search this right now, how much money does a business lose per year just by not answering the phone? It's around $126,000. So a voice bot can really easily pick up missed phone calls and do that. And same thing here, it's really easy as a demo to show people. And there's 3 apps that I use on a regular basis: ElevenLabs, Vapi, and Retell. So if you want to just Google search those, you can find them: Retell voice bots, Vapi voice bots, ElevenLabs voice bots. It's really easy to find them. So you can go do the Google search and grab those. And again, you can create a free account. You can create some demos. And within a couple of minutes, you can create a basic demo to show a restaurant, a plumber, a chiropractor, a dentist, and be like, hey, listen, I can build this out for you and I can work on this. And it's another thing that you can sell for a couple $1,000, a few $100, or a couple $100 a month. It's a really good place to start if you're brand new. Now, the other 2 here that I think is a really good opportunity, if you're just getting started and you're trying to make a few bucks, you're trying to pay the bills. I know a lot of people don't get into AI to become a social media marketing manager, but we'd have to be idiots to not recognize that social media management is about words and pictures and posting words and pictures across every social media platform. And AI can help us do this extremely well. Now, if you don't know what words and pictures to send, I'm going to do a little plug for my buddy, coach, mentor, over the years, Frank Kerr, and he has something called ojoy.ai. It helps you to create new content, especially for industries that you don't know much about. It's trained really well on anything that you need it to be trained on for content for social media. And then the other thing that you can do is go to a gold mine like Etsy and gather up social media platforms They have all these templates and cool things you can use for Instagram or TikTok or whatever else. And then you might want a scheduling tool like Metricool or Hootsuite. So if you look at this and you want to become like and again, I know you don't want to become a social media manager, but you can become a social media AI manager, and you can create social media content for many different businesses. And you tell me, which companies need to promote their products and services on social media these days? All of them. And they need to be on every single platform. And that's usually a daunting task. It still is. Even with AI, man, it's a lot of work. But you can make really good money helping businesses promote their products and services online like that. And the last one is reputation management. And maybe you've heard me talk about this in the past, whether you've watched some of the other Q&A videos or you came to one of our live webinars. I said, look, 2026, 2027, these next 12 months, I think we're going to see a lot of businesses go out of business simply because A, they have a bad online reputation, or B, even worse, they have no online reputation. And what's important is you got to realize most people look at reviews before they choose a business, right? You want to go find a new restaurant, you're going to look at the reviews before you go there. You're going to look at a contractor, a dentist, or a chiropractor, whatever, before you go there. You want to see, oh, what do other people say about this? So it's really important that we help small businesses to manage their online reputation. And that means consistently asking for reviews, reminding people to leave reviews. When they do leave a review, we don't just, not say anything. We got to respond to it. We got to thank them and all of that good stuff. So there's a couple tools that I left on here as well as Reviewly.ai and Reputation.com. Both are pretty decent tools. Now, everything that I put on the screen here, I've used already, so I can kind of vouch for they're pretty good softwares to use, from ManyChat to Chatbase to ElevenLabs, Vapi, Retell, Ojoy, Etsy, Metricool, Hootsuite, Reviewly, and Reputation. So check them out. See what you think about all these. And if this was really helpful, again, feel free to come join us for our next live webinar. I'll kind of break these down in a little bit more detail and kind of show you the 9 things that you can sell and really help you kind of figure out where do you get leads, what do you sell them, how do you do all this. But until I see you then, live strong, live with passion, and we'll see you in the next class.